What started out as a fun night at a music festival turned into a nightmare. Today marks 2 years since the Israel-Hamas War started. On October 7, 2023, several thousand Hamas terrorists killed more than 1,200 Israelis and kidnapped around 250. 48 of them are still being held hostage. Since the start of the war, tens of thousands of people have been killed in the Gaza Strip. Take a look. This is what Gaza looked like 2 years ago, and that's what's left of the area today. An end to the war, though, it may be in sight. Today, delegations from Israel and Hamas are in Egypt to negotiate a ceasefire deal. Negotiators are discussing President Trump's 20-point roadmap to peace. It calls for an immediate end to the war and gives Hamas 72 hours to release all Israeli hostages. After that, Israel has to set free 250 prisoners and 1,700 detainees. The plan also involves Israel's eventual withdrawal from Gaza. For the first time, Israeli leaders are publicly agreeing to that idea.
It's been raging for a long time, and I think there's a possibility that we could have peace in the Middle East.
Several top White House officials and cabinet members met with former hostages and their families this morning at a breakfast in Washington. Those families urged the Trump administration to continue fighting for the release of all of the hostages from October 7th. As those talks continue overseas, here at home, people are expressing their opinions about the future of the conflict and the possibility of peace. News 5's Owen Skornick-Hayes spoke with people who are weighing in on the war.
Going into the second year of the Israeli-Gaza conflict, we may be closer to a war-ending solution. After months of loaded headlines, what's the mood around the conflict? Is it one of optimism or pessimism?
Hearing the ceasefire things coming out over and over again, I'm just like, okay, we tried, didn't happen, tried, didn't happen.
This student at Colorado College is ready to see this war end.
There's no way you can, bring 64,000 people back to life. I think that the deaths were unnecessary in the case of land. Like, we're fighting over where we're sitting.
To see that going on in our world is very sad, and it's very hard to handle.
Paulette Greenberg, a Jewish American, co-founded the Greenberg Center for Learning and Tolerance to help forge pathways of empathy between people. She, too, is ready for peace.
Like to believe that they're getting together, and maybe because they're getting together that things are going to change and things will be moving ahead in a more positive way.
But for her, it starts with one condition.
Positivity is releasing the hostages.
Disturbing images have circulated on the internet since the start of the war. Images MJ Lyles believes need to be shared. Some
of the images will be censored or be like, I saw this post an hour ago and now it's taken down because it was too graphic. And honestly, the fact that it's graphic, that's how it is, it's real. And I think people need to be aware of the fact that it is real.
News 5 reached out to numerous pro-Palestine organizations in town, but received no reply. If a ceasefire deal is reached, it could put an end to a conflict which has now lasted 730 days.
Again, we need to just respect each other and see what we can do to work together to make our world a better place to live.
In Colorado Springs, I'm Owen Skornick-Hayes, News 5.
Owen, thank you. Since the start of the Israel-Hamas war, incidents involving anti-Semitism have also increased in our country. News 5 senior reporter Megan Glova joins us now in studio to break down the numbers. Megan.
Diane, here's what the Anti-Defamation League calls their heat map: hate, extremism, anti-Semitism, and terrorism. This represents the number of anti-Semitic incidents between 2023 and 2025 nationally. Now, if we look closer at Colorado, we see 221 incidents in Denver, also 35 here in Colorado Springs, and 60 in Boulder. Of course, that includes an incident from June where Molotov cocktails were thrown at protesters, injuring more than a dozen people and ultimately killing one other. Now let's dive into the national numbers. ADL documented more than 9,000 anti-Semitic incidents across the U.S. in 2024. That's the highest on record. It's a 5% increase from 2023, a 344% increase over the past 5 years. And get this, an 893% increase over the past decade. ADL adds a majority of all incidents pertain to Israel and Zionism, and a large portion of those happen at or near anti-Israel protests. Now, the Council on American Islamic Relations also tracked a spike in discriminatory incidents between 2023 and 2024. In 2024, it received more than 8,000 complaints nationally of Islamophobia and anti-Muslim discrimination. That is more than a 7% increase from 2023 and was, too, the highest number ever recorded for this organization. In studio, Megan Glova, News 5.